Buying a home can be a complex project that involves many people and many tasks. We're going to be doing a high-level review of the whole process and talking about several of the next major steps in this segment, and we're starting right now. Hi, I'm Jim Smoke with Carolina One Real Estate in Charleston, South Carolina. If you're new to the area or are interested in all things real estate in Charleston, then be sure to hit the subscribe button because this is the place to be. Also, click the little bell icon so you can receive an email notification when new videos are published. You don't want to miss anything. As I said, we're reviewing the entire purchase process timeline on a high level, and we're also talking about finding a realtor. In previous videos in this series, we talked about researching communities and getting pre-approved for a loan. Before we get into subsequent details of the process, I want you to start to see how this all fits together, so let's look at the process as a whole. As I mentioned before, you'll start by finding a lender, choosing a loan program that's right for you, and getting pre-approved. Next, based on what you can comfortably afford, you'll need to determine your housing needs and get an understanding of the market, which we also talked about before. From there, you'll need to find a realtor, which we'll spend time talking about in this video. Once you find the right home, you'll need to make an offer. There are two primary components to an offer: offer price and offer contingencies, all of which are combined to be considered the terms of the offer as a whole. Once you and the seller have agreed upon an offer and signed a contract, then you start marching towards closing. And this is really where the process turns into project management. It's during this stage of the process where process milestones take place, such as the home inspection, appraisal, pest inspection, insurance is arranged, and several other items take place. Once an agreement of how to address these outcomes has been reached, the last major step is closing day. This is where you'll sign all of your final paperwork, money changes hands, and you take legal and physical possession of the home. Understand that this is a very high-level description and was done this way so I could give you a snapshot of the process as a whole. There are many details in each stage not represented in this snapshot, and I go over most of them in this video and the other segments of the video series. As I said before, I covered determining what type of home you want, where you want to live, as well as the stage where you get pre-approved for your loan in previous videos. If you've missed them, you can watch the video on determining what type of home you want by clicking in the link in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, and the one on your loan by clicking in the next link in the same corner. Let's assume that the first two stages that we've already covered are done. Now let's talk about the next stage in the process, which is to find and choose a realtor. Unless you're a real estate attorney, do not go into a real estate transaction without representation. A realtor that is representing you as a client is obliged to look out for your best interests, whereas the agent that is representing the seller is obliged to look out for their client's best interests. When buying a home, having an agent costs you nothing financially, as they are paid by the seller's brokerage. But they can actually save you quite a bit in money and hassle. I've represented several clients recently where various expected and unexpected costs were successfully negotiated to the satisfaction of both parties between the other agent and myself. If you buy a home by working with a seller's agent, your best interests are not being considered, only the seller's. You'll want an agent that can analyze the market and pricing, is an experienced negotiator, and is also an adept project manager, as a huge part of a real estate transaction is detailed project management. Don't be afraid to ask them about their experience in those areas. The next step is finding a home that meets your requirements, which you'd like to place an offer on. You can have your realtor choose what homes you go see, or you can choose what homes you go see. I have access to more data than the public, so I usually provide my clients with all of the available home information that meets their criteria, and I let them choose what to see after they've looked through all of the data. They're in charge after all. But you could choose to have your realtor pick the homes you go see based on your needs. It's completely up to you. Once you find a home that you'd like to place an offer on, you'll sit down with your realtor and decide on a set of terms that, when combined, will make up your offer. Although the terms that I describe are specific to South Carolina, most states are very similar. The primary terms you need to consider when putting your offer together are offer price and offer contingencies. There are other items that can be a term for negotiation, but I'll cover the biggies in this video series. That's it for this segment of the video series. Keep an eye on your email for the next video notification, which will be the next set of milestones of the entire home buying process that I described in this segment. If you're thinking of buying a new home, click the link below and go to my website and search for properties there. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment, share it with a friend, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss future topics. Hey, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.